Hi guys, welcome to my channel and happy 2021. Yes, we finally made it. It's crazy to think because, it did take a very long time for us to finally get to 2021, but 2020 is definitely, and I think we all can agree on this is definitely a year we couldn't wait to end. And it's crazy just to think about it. Sorry, I'm new to this vlogging thing and people are walking past. I feel really crazy. But anyways, I just want to talk a little bit about this though. I just feel like there was a lot of stuff that I've learned in 2020 that I wanted to come on here and share with you guys. So, it has been a very tough year, for a lot of people. It wasn't the conventional year that we're pretty used to. So, I just kind of wanted to come on here and kind of talk about just some things that I learned, moving forward. And like I said, my channel is all about us learning and growing together. So definitely January 1st was a time for me to reflect. Even the last year of December, I spent a lot of time reflecting on decisions I made in 2020. I'm just one of those people that I'm always on the go. But I think one thing that I definitely learned in 2020 is that being still is okay. And to be honest, I told myself I was going to post a lot. I am still working a full-time job, but I told myself I wanted to post a lot during my break because thank God I was fortunate to be able to enjoy the holidays and stuff with my family, with my friends and stuff like that. So one of the things I was able to do was, well, not one of the things I was able to do, but my job was shut down for about 2 weeks, the end of December. So I told myself, oh, I'm gonna get all of this done. I'm gonna film all these videos, especially since I did get a camera for Christmas. But yeah, I just wanted to, film some stuff, talk to you guys. But unfortunately, so far only filmed one video. And to be completely honest, I'm okay with that. Like, I know I'm going to be consistent on my channel and everything like that. But one thing that I want to make sure of in 2021 is that I don't let the chase the bag mentality overcome me, just because I feel as though what happens with chasing the bag, you kind of wear yourself out. And for me, I'm not one of those people that like to be worn out. I like to have all of my energy and dedicate all of my energy into something. And so for me, I definitely feel like in 2021, I'm going to start, relaxing. And I think it's okay to relax. I think it's okay to be calm and chill out and do nothing. And that's exactly what I did yesterday, and that's kind of what I'm doing today besides some errands I'm about to run. It's funny because I ended up telling you guys this is a video about talking about things I learned in 2021, and I had like this whole entire list of things. Knocked my earring out. Pause. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. It's just funny because I think about the fact that I've learned a lot in 2020. So instead of this being an organized thing of me telling you all the things that I kind of wrote down, what's happening is it's going from an organized list to me kind of ranting. But it's okay because, things don't go as planned. And that's something I definitely learned in 2021. It's not up to, in 2020. Oops. But it's not up to our plan. It's up to, God's plan. It's all about God's plan. And so I did, I love to write down all my different things that I feel like I did learn because, I love my handy dandy list. I love to put them, make notes on things I learned, talk to you guys about things I learned, and I'm still, one of the things I'm doing is still looking up there when the camera is right there. But we're going to get better because each day we're going to get better. What? Together. No, seriously. But yeah, so basically, without further ado, I am going to talk about some things that, it's a little hot in here, so I'm hoping I'm not sweating or looking like I'm sweating. Okay, turned the heat down. So starting with number one of the things that I feel like I learned, in 2020 is time waits for no one. It doesn't. It really doesn't. Like, a lot of people have been affected with dealing with, the pandemic in different ways. And I feel like one thing we've all learned is that time is something that doesn't wait for anyone. So if you want to start that side business, if you want to start that new business, if you want to, go on that trip, if you want to start a new routine, if you want to do whatever it is, all I know is in 2020, I learned that time waits for no one. So you need to just do it. Just do it. Just go for it. The biggest thing, you can have all these different plans. You can say all these different things. You can have all these different thoughts. But the thing is, putting those thoughts into action is what's going to happen. And I think 2021 is one of those years that I feel like, you know, when you have that thought, when you want to start that new job, if you want to, whatever it is, I just think you need to go for it. Just do it. And so one thing I definitely learned in 2020 is that time waits for no one. So with that being said, do whatever it is that you need to do and just go for it. If I know someone needs to hear that. So whatever you do, go for it. And that's that. I mean, we definitely have learned that you can't rely on one stream of income. One stream of income is not something that you can, you know, you can rely on anymore. Unfortunately, it was a lot of people, you know, like I said, that have been affected with COVID-19. The pandemic, not saying they have it, but, you know, being affected by it. So, you know, one thing I know that some people have lost their jobs, some people have been laid off, it's so many different scenarios. So just go for it. Time waits for no one. Don't rely on one source of income. Build as many streams as you like, but also remember, like I said in the beginning, don't forget that when your body needs rest, you need to rest. So don't let that chase the bag mentality overcome yourself too much to the point where you're not giving your all to whatever it is that you want to go for, okay? Remember that. And moving on to number 2. Number 2 is taking care of your body. I definitely feel like that is huge. I feel like in the very beginning of the pandemic, everyone was like, one of the things I feel like everyone was kind of doing was selling the IASO, the tea. I think it's like IASO. It's a tea. People were selling the teas, talking about NutriBurst, talking about vitamins, taking nutrients, all these different things. Listen, one thing you need to make sure of is your body is intact. You're listening to your body. You're being healthy. You're getting the proper rest you need. You're getting the proper sleep you need. You're taking your vitamins. You're eating healthy. I mean, we all indulge. I'm not the skinniest girl, but at the same time, I did make changes. Like I did at the very beginning, I was just eating whatever, eating all these different foods that I felt like, you know, non-perishables and stuff like that. But I had to also remember that I did still need to eat you know, foods that weren't necessarily junk food. I had to take care of my body, because in order for me, you know, if I do come across any type of virus, not even just coronavirus, but any type of virus, you always want to make sure that, you know, your body is able to fight off whatever comes to you. So I feel like, you know, you definitely want to have your health intact. You definitely want to watch what you're eating. You definitely want to exercise, because like I said in previous videos, I try to at least incorporate 20 to 30 minute workout, something. But your health is important, because, you know, when you don't have a good immune system, you can easily get anything. So I think that, you know, taking care of your health, taking care of your body is super important, because if you're not taking care of your body, if you're not valuing yourself, then who is, you know? So number 1, you and I, we need to make sure we're taking care of our bodies. So I definitely learned that in 2020. I would say 2021, but in 2020, another thing I feel like in 2020 is that I learned that happiness comes within. There's so many people searching for validation on social media, so many people searching for validation in the world, likes, comments from other people, your significant others, from your mother, your father, your siblings. People are always, you know, searching for validation. And I think what happens is we are looking for it, but actually in reality, happiness starts within. So I just think, you know, you're in control of your happiness. If you're not happy with what you're doing, change it. You only live once. YOLO. Shout out to Drake. But no, seriously, you only live once. And I just feel like, you know, if 2020 didn't teach you to be happy with yourself, because, you know, you were in the, you know, we work, lots of states were had to quarantine, different things was happening. We weren't able to be around our friends and family sometimes, but you just have to remember that happiness comes within. But you can't depend on someone else to change your mood. I mean, ultimately, how you feel is up to you. It's up to you. So if you want to be happy, you have to make changes in order for you to be happy. You can't expect someone else to make you happy. You can't expect material things. You can't expect these things to make you happy when it's something that's controlled by you. So only you have the power to look at things. I mean, a lot of stuff I start to realize it's about perspective, right? So it's not all the time necessarily about, you know, what you have. It's about what you make of it. If you're in a terrible situation, you don't have to think of it as, oh, look at me, oh, woe me. Like, no, if you're in a bad situation, change it. I mean, you're the person that can look at it and say, okay, I'm in a bad situation now, but guess what? In a couple of weeks, in a couple of days, in a year or so, I'm not going to be in the same place. And so you have to think of things like that when you're starting to spiral. Because I know in times dear God, I start to spiral. Okay, I'm getting a little hot. Gotta roll this window down, y'all. I'm a little hot. Oof. I'm just getting into it because I feel like I'm telling you guys some real stuff. I tell myself I'm not gonna cuss on my channel, so I'm not going to do it. But in all reality, seriously, you have the power to change your perspective, to change things. You really do. And that's just that. So happiness comes within. So if you're not happy with your situation, change it. Okay? All right. So that moves on to number 4. The 4th thing I learned in 2020 is everything isn't against you. Everyone isn't against you. Just because you had bad relationships in the past with a significant other, bad friendships, bad relationships in general, it doesn't mean everyone is bad, and it doesn't mean everyone has bad intentions. And I'm saying that because I've had in the past, I've had tons of relationships, you know, with other people, you know, as far as relationships, friendships, all types of relationships, work relationships, co-workers, all those different things. But I just feel like, you know, I've been backstabbed by plenty of people. But for me to move forward and always say, everyone's terrible, I have no friends, all friends are bad. It's like, no, honey. You sometimes need to reflect on yourself and realize the crowd you're being around, because once again, you control your environment. You control these things. So if you're not happy with, you know, the type of people you have around you, or you're not happy with the way things are going, you know, you can change it. So I just feel like thinking that everything and everyone is against you, it's not true. It's not true. You just haven't found the right person, as far as the right friend. So don't give up on humankind overall, or don't give up on people overall, or don't give up on things overall. It's just, you know, everything isn't against you. You just have to realize that it's a time, a place, and a season for people and things sometimes. And so thinking when one thing goes wrong, that means everything's gonna go wrong. No. Just this one thing, just this one person, bad apple in a bunch, those type of things. Everyone isn't against you. Just remember that. Everyone isn't against you. Everything isn't against you. Just remember, you can change the people you hang around. You can change your circumstances. You can change anything. So I definitely learned that in 2020. And the last thing, which I think is the biggest thing I learned in 2020 is, honey, always have toilet paper, hand sanitizer, disinfectant sprays, antibacterial wipes. We need to have all these things. And from then, I remember in the very beginning of the pandemic, the people was taking all the toilet paper, they was taking all the toilet papers, they was taking all the freaking hand sanitizer. No, seriously, y'all know. We saw the memes. Everybody saw the memes. Everybody saw the different things, you know. Listen, we need to make sure that we always have an extra pack of extra pack of toilet paper, an extra, more than extra, not hoarding, but several antibacterial wipes, disinfectant sprays, Clorox, Lysol, all that. So listen, I was on my very last hand sanitizer, a very last disinfectant spray, didn't even have any more wipes, and I was on my last pack of tissue. So I was like, oh baby, I'm in trouble. We are in trouble. And me and my boyfriend, we were living together, and we were just like, listen, we got to get all these things. Thank God I was able to find some toilet paper really quickly, but it was very hard for us to find like hand sanitizer, all of those cleaning products and different things like that. Dear God, it was hard. At first we were using oh shoot, I can't even think what it's called. It was the shoot, it smells really, pine saw, I think that was called. Listen, that smell was strong, and we was trying to dilute it a little bit in some water. We ran out of alcohol quickly. Listen, we was making homemade this, homemade that. Like, when I tell you, I learned that to always have extra, several on deck, not being hoarders, because we have to share. Sharing is caring. We are kind people. But no, seriously, make sure you always keep a few packs of toilet paper on deck, a few antibacterial wipes, a few sprays, antibacterial sprays. Like, if it ain't antibacterial, I don't need it. That's just how it is. It's like, I don't know what these other wipes are doing, just dusting some stuff away, but if it doesn't say 99.9% effective, wipes away the germs, viral germs, all that stuff, virus something, I don't want it. I buy anything, absolutely anything that says antibacterial, kill the virus in 1 second, 10 seconds, whatever it is. Keep that stuff on deck, okay? So I definitely learned that. Like I said, this is kind of a rant, ended up being a rant, but these are just some of the things that I learned in 2020 that I wanted to make sure I share with people, because, honey, we learned a lot of stuff. This was literally the year that we felt as though, you know, that would never end, and that it finally ended. I just feel like I came out of this just kind of a different person, like, you know, being a little bit more wiser. You know, when the world paused, it definitely was something that I needed. I definitely feel like the world needed that, because I was on the go constantly. Like, my friends can tell you, like, I was always busy, this, trying to satisfy everybody. But I just had to realize, like, listen, it's all about me. Sometimes it's okay to be still. Not all about me as in a selfish way, but I can't please everybody. And I just realized, you know, in the stillness, in me being in my home, you know, thinking, reflecting, all those different things, I just feel like there was a lot. I don't know, in a way I feel like we kind of needed 2020 just to kind of relax and reflect and realize some things that maybe we were too busy to see. You know, I feel like all the things that we did experience in 2020, it was all for a reason. I definitely pray for any families that have lost, you know, lost family members from COVID-19, or if you were affected personally and you had COVID-19, thank God you had a speedy recovery. And if you're even going through, you know, COVID-19 right now and you've been diagnosed and you're positive, I pray, you know, I hope and pray that you continue to get better, a speedy recovery. But I mean, aside just from the sickness and all of that stuff, I just feel like it was a good time for me to be still and reflect. And so that's why I wanted to kind of just share some things that I learned in 2020, because I definitely feel like moving into 2021, I have a different outlook, a different perspective, a different mindset on things, and a different perspective. And so, yeah, I mean, that's pretty much all I have. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video and my car rant / 2020 rant. But yeah, if you like this video, make sure you subscribe, like this video, and join the Sierra crew. I don't have a name for people, but my loyal 8 subscribers, this one's for you. And for anyone watching now, this one's for you as well. So yeah, like and comment down below something that you learned. These are just some of the stuff that I learned, and so I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Adios.